Hey guys, welcome back to the Blues Lesson video series. So in this video we're going to play a couple of actual strum patterns. So basically taking what we did from the previous video with the triplets and swing feel, we're going to put that to work. So in these two strum patterns we'll specifically be focusing on swing feel. Triplet will come in the next video, but if you don't feel super confident with the triplet and swing feel yet, I recommend spending a little bit more time with that. Trying a variety of stuff can help, but if it feels confusing, then go back to that stuff because that's really the core of everything. So we're going to do two strum patterns. The first strum pattern is just going to have two hits or strums, and the second strum pattern is going to have three. So what we're going to work on is called the Charleston rhythm. And it's something that can help you come up with a bunch of different patterns for comping. It sounds good. It's really not that difficult once you have swing feel down, and there's a bunch of different ways to incorporate it and articulate it. So the first drum is going to come in on beat 1, and the second drum is going to come in on the and of 2. So that'll be a down strum and then an up strum. So just a little one measure demonstration of that. I'll count us in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so we'll do it at a slower speed and a faster speed all the way through the 12-bar blues. You may notice that I didn't stop the strings from ringing the first couple beats, and I did on the second two. So we're going to stop the strings from ringing on beats 3 and 4. That's going to really help us feel the swing feel a lot tighter, and it sounds good. You know, if we just let that chord ring out, then it doesn't really feel like it's putting the emphasis on that upbeat that we want. If it helps any of you guys to visualize the rhythm, if you're very familiar with rhythmic notation, dotted quarter note to an eighth note on the and of 2, and then a rest for the last 2 beats. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and try counting with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, A7, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E7 and 4 and B7, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now let's turn the tempo up. Here we go. So like I said in the previous video, try it with a metronome, work your way up little by little. We're just going to go ahead and bump it up to a much faster speed. Here we go. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So if you have a question about how to mute the strings, it's just using the heel of your hand on your strumming hand. So you strum down, up, and then you just lightly lay your hand on the strings. You don't have to slap it or slam it or put a bunch of pressure on it. You know, if you just lightly touch the strings, they're going to stop ringing. And so like we said in other situations, you know, eliminating tension as much as possible is a big part of the game. So try not to throw any other tension in there when you're working that in, but it's a good thing to work on nonetheless. Now, the second strum pattern we're going to do is just adding one more hit. So we're not actually going to have the rest on after after that up strum, we're going to let that ring out, and then we're going to strum an eighth note on beat 4. So that'll sound like this. It's going to be on 1, the and of 2, and 4, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So there is a mute there on the and of 4, and then it jumps right back into the next measure. Let's do that all the way through, nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and A7. So that's just a Charleston variation, right? It's hanging on to what we were doing previously. We let the up strum ring out, and then we added a down strum on beat 4. Let's go through that a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Good job, guys. Work on both of those strum patterns. Like I said, those will help you build a lot of your own grooves and comping patterns that you can use. And of course, when you're playing with other people, drums, bass, or other guitar players, piano players, horn players, you know, you'll start to become more aware of rhythms that they're playing, and start to just pick up stuff from that and put it all together, and then you got a nice groove going. We'll see you in the next video. We're going to do 3 more strum patterns coming up. Thanks a lot, guys.